Welcome to the regular Faroese News Report. We're bringing you today's headlines from across the North Atlantic and a bit beyond. First, the news. There's a majority in Parliament looking to blacklist Russian fishing vessels. Greenland is set to implement some major savings. Faroe's public administration is facing a restructure. We've got a parliamentary inquiry into delays in foreign affairs processing. Some interesting new scientific discoveries reveal culture's rich biodiversity. A Faroese chef has won a Danish gourmet pizza competition, and Suðuroy is being envisioned as a possible future oil hub.
And then looking at today's opinion pieces, there's new hope perhaps for the free abortion proposal, an opinion piece titled Palestine, a Lasting Solution, a call to protect wetlands, specifically over on Suðuroy, a discussion on the Globe Tracker investment situation, an article called A Socialist's Farewell to Humanist Europe. And finally, an examination of KVF's Gaza coverage and, well, journalistic ethics.
Okay, let's start with the news. First up, a parliamentary majority seems to support a proposal to exclude two Russian fishing companies. That's Merman Seafood and Arabo JSC from Faroese waters.
Right. And this move, it seems, aligns with EU measures against companies suspected of, well, hybrid threats supporting the Russian government. Though it's worth noting, the chairman of the Faroese Ship Owners Association, Hannes Hansen, he's voiced concern this could jeopardize the Faroes' Russian fishing agreement.
Moving over to Greenland now, their government has announced a plan. They need to find about 864 million DKK in savings and new revenue. That's over the next 4 years.
Yeah, the Prime Minister, Mutby Edged, stated the economy is, well, entering a crisis. You've got declining fishing industry yields, lower tax income, and expenditures are rising. So, tough times there.
Back in the Faroes, the government is planning a significant restructuring of its public administration. The goal is annual efficiencies, balancing income and expenses.
And they're setting up a new reform committee for this. It'll be based at the Ministry of Finance. They're looking for broad political consensus, for these long-term changes.
Okay, next, there's a parliamentary inquiry about delays. MP Helgi Abrahamsson submitted a question to the law minister. It concerns these extended processing times for work and residence permits at the immigration office.
Apparently, waiting times got significantly longer after Faroese authorities took over administration last autumn. The immigration office cites a lack of workforce, while the House of Industry says they haven't seen signs of improvement yet.
On a different note, some positive news from Kultur regarding biodiversity. The National Museum is reporting a new scientific paper in Faroese.
That's right. It reveals 520 species registered on Kultur since 2019. That includes 56 bird species, 146 plant species, and 317 invertebrate species, mostly insects. And quite a few were new records, 242 invertebrates, first time for Kultur, 49 first time for the Faroes overall. Important data for environmental tracking.
And a quick one, a Faroese chef, Rayau from Arstova, won the Best Gourmet Pizza in Denmark competition. Happened at the Copenhagen Cooking Festival.
Yeah, impressed the judges by using Faroese herbs like atamja root and roses on his pizza. Nice win.
Finally for the news, Suðuroy, potentially as an oil hub. The finance minister, Ruth Vang, spoke about monitoring oil activities on the UK side of the border.
And she suggested that if Faroese exploration becomes more relevant, Suðuroy would be an ideal spot for a hub, which she noted makes building a tunnel to Suðuroy even more urgent.
Okay, let's briefly touch on those opinion pieces. First, the free abortion proposal. An article suggests there's renewed possibility for it to pass after failing 1515 previously.
The piece points to new MP Arne Dam potentially changing the vote balance from no to yes, and possibly Kusleo Holm Johannesson's yes vote being included again, though it notes a cross-party proposal might be more likely.
Next, an opinion piece by Andras Skálum, Palestine No Lasting Solution. The author argues approving an independent Palestinian state isn't a solution, if, in his view, its aim is to eradicate Israel.
Yes, the piece refers to Hamas's actions on October 7, 2023, and claims Hamas uses aid for tunnels and weapons. It asserts peace requires Hamas disarming and releasing hostages, and criticizes media portrayal as biased. Again, this is the author's perspective presented in the piece.
Then a piece by Johan Mortensen about protecting wetlands on Suðuroy, specifically Fossmyra, Hagamyra, and Skítmýrar, threatened by a planned road for a wind farm.
Right. The piece stresses how critical these wetlands are for the local ecosystem, Sandsvatn, Gróthusvatn, Soltuvik, plus bird life and vegetable growing. It urges the Environmental Agency and the Appeals Board to step in and halt the project.
Another piece by Andras Skálum discusses a Globe Tracker investment situation, detailing how Faroese companies have apparently lost significant money investing in Globe Tracker EPS since 2007.
The piece mentions the company has consistently reported losses, and its book value was written down to just 1 krone by some investors. It lists several Faroese entities like Farinvest, TF Iliger, Livy, Smyrline, and others as having invested.
Then there's an article titled A Socialist's Farewell to Humanist Europe by Gunnar Skúvadal. It critiques another article by Sigri M. Gaïni.
Skúvadal's piece uses strong terms, characterizing Gaïni in a particular way and accusing her of promoting certain views while ignoring others, specifically mentioning Islamic barbarism. It claims hate speech is used by the left to censor, discusses Islam's role in Europe's future based on birth rates and Sharia demands, and links immigration to crime rates. This reflects the author's stated opinions in the piece.
And finally, Tordur J. Nicholson examines KVF's coverage of the Gaza situation, questioning the Faroese Broadcasting Corporation's reporting on the Israel-Hamas conflict.
The author suggests KVF's reporting has been, quote, selective and biased, alleging failures to mention things like Hamas seizing aid, targeting its own people for aid, or the Israeli hostage situation. It also questions using Al Jazeera as a source due to alleged Qatari links and suggests the reporting might foster anti-Semitic attitudes. Again, these are the concerns raised by the author.
And that brings us to the end of this report. Like and subscribe to Bell's Fundamentals for more content like this. Sources linked